My name is James Douglas. I'm the Public Programming and Global Media Development Lead for Barkerville Historic Town Park, where we are now. Well, one of my favorite Barkerville stories involves the idea that Barkerville is a land of firsts. A lot of things happened for the very first time here, or as a result of the gold rush. And there was a very famous murder trial. It was actually the first of two murder trials that took place in Richfield that resulted in the only two executions that ever took place here on Williams Creek. And it was the trial of an American gambler named James Berry, who was accused of murdering Charles Morgan Blessing along the Cariboo wagon road en route to Barkerville. Blessing's grave, which still exists today, is actually the smallest historic site in British Columbia, and you can visit it on your way between Quesnel and Barkerville. But when it came time to try James Berry, and he was arrested based on some evidence that was provided by a man named Wellington Delaney Moses, who was the barber here in Barkerville and an amateur detective in this particular case because he was friends with Blessing, and he had realized that Berry was the only person that could possibly have committed the murder. Berry, of course, completely denied this until Charles Morgan Blessing's body was discovered in 1866, just near what is now Troll Mountain. Once news of the bodies or the remains being recovered hit Barkerville, James Berry immediately booked passage on a stagecoach out of Barkerville bound for Yale so that he could get back to the United States and escape charges. There was a constable, I believe his name was Sullivan, who lived here in Barkerville, who remembered, after hearing that Berry had left town, that they had just newly installed a telegraph device from Yale up to Soda Creek near Williams Lake. Now, remember, the telegraph was only invented in 1865. This is 1866. That's how important the gold rush was here. They already had established a telegraph line all the way down through the southern part of the central interior. Sullivan, remembering that this installation had occurred, jumped on his horse, rode overnight to Soda Creek so that he could get to the telegraph, wire James Berry's description to the constables at Yale so that when he exited the stagecoach there, he was immediately arrested by the constabulary in Yale. And why that's such an exciting story to me is that that is the very first time in the history of the entire world that a telegraph device was used during a murder investigation to apprehend a criminal.